On.
Welcome to the first episode of the Help Dr. Fantastic and Thunder Save the Planet show. Now, it may sound like a silly title, but it's an extremely serious subject. Thunder and I have been doing podcasts on another channel called the Dr. Fantastic and Thunder show, where we're introducing people and technologies to help you improve your mind, your body, and the planet. And as life is an evolution of experiences and information, it's come to my knowledge, and I think Thunder knew this many years ago, and I did, but I forgot about it, is there is a disaster that's happened 7 years ago, and it's actually an extinction level event. They're called ELEs. We had one years ago when a asteroid hit the planet and wiped out the dinosaurs. And we are experiencing an extinction level event as we speak. And Thunder and I are on a mission now to educate the populace, to find solutions for the problem, and to fund the fixing of it. So basically, the event is the Fukushima nuclear meltdown that occurred 7 years ago in Fukushima, Japan. I believe there were 6 nuclear reactors, and 3 of them got hit by a tsunami, or the entire plant got hit by a tsunami caused by an earthquake, a natural disaster. And the 3 cores have slid into the Pacific Ocean, and to my knowledge, have been spewing 100,000 gallons of radioactive water into the Pacific Ocean day in and day out for the last 7 years. Now, can you pull up the map of the Pacific Ocean, Thunder, so people could see that the entire ocean has been irradiated? Basically, I thought it was just the water, and that we lost one of our largest oceans on the planet. I believe it is the largest ocean. But I'm told recently now, and we're both getting educated as we speak every day on this disaster. It's in the atmosphere, and the trade winds are spreading it around the world, and have been for the last 7 years. Now, there's mutated humans, there's mutated fish, and as you can see, there's mutated plants. Now, there is the map of Fukushima on the top left. You can see the purple. Those are the worst areas, and it gets lighter and lighter as the less radioactive water is spewed across the ocean. Now, if there's any good news, is that the radiation is highest on the bottom of the ocean, and the radiation airborne is highest in the atmosphere. So living at sea level, we're a little safer. But this is indeed a extinction level event. And the last few days, since Michael Horn has really drawn attention to it on our last podcast, and then Stefan Wenzel with his Nexus organization has also made me very well aware of it. And these are some podcasts you can listen to last week where I read a letter from Stefan. Basically, it's inspired me and Thunder alike to create this show. We're going to have scientists. We're going to have anyone who has a solution. We want to get, if anyone listening now can help, and that's by spreading it on your Facebook, spreading it on your Instagram, spreading it on your Twitter, spreading it on your website, telling people to tune in and get the word out. I think one of the best ways of getting the word out is through social media, obviously, but through celebrity. I know these celebrities can tweet one little tweet, and it goes to tens of millions of people, and that's what we need. We need tens of millions of people to understand this disaster. I was at the pharmacy today, and the pharmacist was a 40-year-old man, and I asked him about what he knew about Fukushima. He never heard of it. This is a travesty that a 40-year-old man never heard of this event, this disaster. And I hope you're looking at the images of mutated animals around the world, mutated fish in the oceans. When it first occurred, tens of millions of starfish washed up on the shore, and it's been continuing for 7 years unabated. We have 10.5 million sacks of dirt that were piled up over there. I think they spent $8 billion so far in trying to solve the problem, but they're storing the water, and they're not solving the problem. But the most important thing right now is no one's talking about it. In the news, they say if it bleeds, it leads. There's no bigger blood bath right now as this disaster, and I'm pissed about it. And I don't have half the knowledge. Thunder, take it away.
I mean, we can look at the destruction of what it's already done. It's not going to stop. It is going to continue. This is the reality of the extinction of everything on our planet because of this terrible, not very well thought out, designed power plant. And it's not the only one. There are 48 others.
We're having a little audio problem there.
5 others that are in our system on our planet right now. Well, our solutions, we got to first render this inert, and then we can start to go to work on, some of the solutions for other power systems. I worked on that way before there was a problem with Fukushima, and have been troubled over the years, watching bunnies being born without ears. Got to listen to nature, people. Carrots don't have legs, and frogs only have 2 of them. So, it's a global.
These small species like the problem. Fish, Thunder. I think what's happened, and the mutation is because the gestation cycles of these fish are so short, and it's been 7 years. It's a mutation after mutation. That's the biggest problem is they're multiplying, and they're being born mutated, and they're having sex again, and they're mutating again. And I hope people aren't eating these things.
Well, and that's the thing. You're eating fish that's coming out. We're looking at what this fish is looking like. We're not seeing the fish on our plate when it comes out of the ocean. We see it, cleaned. You don't know but you certainly wouldn't eat a 2-mouthed fish with a horn growing out of it. It looks like a small pig.
The sad part is these fishermen have to make a living, and if their fish are dead or their fish are mutated, and they can still get some meat out of it, they're probably going to sell it.
Of course. Yes. So yeah, we're going to be pretty active here. This new show is going to be dedicated to eradicating what we need to eradicate. It's nuclear power plants. Let's start there.
The first step is we have to tell people the problem. And if people don't even know about the problem, that's sad, but we have to tell them about the problem. Then we're going to come up with solutions. But obviously, the energies that you and I are working on with hydrogen and even aquarium with the solar panels, very exciting little stuff. But I think the first step, and we agree on this, is to tell people what's going on. Then we have to talk to scientists. We got to talk to everyone out there and get some solutions and change, the thinking. We all know that we've got 30 times of nuclear bombs. The world can be destroyed 30 times over with the amount of nuclear bombs that we've created that are in existence today. Why do we need 30 times to destroy the planet? I think once is enough, but it just takes some idiot to pull the trigger and to start a nuclear war. And so that's an ELE, obviously. But we have one on our hands now, and that's the Fukushima natural disaster. If you're listening, please share this. Like what you, follow us obviously, but start spreading this to all your social media. People need to know that we have an ELE on our hands, extinction level event. This is no joke. There's been a lot of scientists that have been paid to say there's no problem because the government doesn't want to create panic. They can't have panic. They got to have you burying your heads in the sand, going to work your 8 to 5, watch TV at night, and repeat the same the next day. They don't want you thinking about these the dire effects of the screw up that we've done here.
Wow. Pretty intense stuff. All right, this is a good cause. It's my pleasure to be part of this team, Monty. Thank you.
Okay, well, this is your introduction, ladies and gentlemen. From now on, we're going to have guests that are going to be experts on this. I think you've seen enough pictures, and we're going to give you more facts. We're going to bring in some great guests that know a lot about this. It's been 7 years since this accident occurred, and it needs to be top in the news, and we're going to make sure it gets there again. Again, thanks for listening. Share, like, subscribe. And this is the podcast you're listening to, but it's also being podcast, webcast on the new show, which is Help, Dr. Fantastic, and Thunder Save the Planet. And in closing, Thunder, what are we going to do every day?
Plan to change the planet.
Everybody, it's no laughing matter. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned. Oh, my God.